Hey guys, Gavin Fahey here, and welcome to the first live training webinar for this week. So give me 2 minutes, because what I want to do is I want to share this on my Facebook profile and share it inside the group as well. I've done probably over the last 10 years, I've done at least 300 or 400 live webinars like this, but I've never actually shared them on Facebook. So there was very little notice for this webinar. Basically, I only started sharing the link around 2 or 3 hours ago, but I expect over the week more and more people will be joining. The topic is I am newbie, but I believe even if you've been marketing online for 10 years and you're making millions of dollars online every year, I believe you'll probably learn something. You will grab a few golden nuggets from this training. So, okay, let me get going here and start sharing live on Facebook. Share on your timeline, perfect. Well, I did a little test a few minutes ago. It seemed to work. Well, let's just hope it works now. Not now. Okay, day 1. Live training. And let me just grab something here. Type away in the chat box, guys. It's going to be a casual webinar. And we'll just include that. Okay, excellent. Everything's always a little bit slower the first time we do it. Okay, I'm just wondering why. Check that your screen connected. Okay, excellent. I'll just open up the chat box. Let us. Excellent. Welcome, Jerry. Welcome, Steph. Welcome, Yoshi. Just for interest, guys, those who are watching on Facebook or watching on Zoom, just let us know in the chat box or the comments below if you're an online marketer, you're a full-time marketer, or you have a job, you're being affected by the coronavirus, by what's happening. The full-time online marketer, excellent. Yes, there will be a replay. The replay will be available in the I Am Newbie members area, which is basically free. There is a link basically in our Facebook group on my profile where everyone can get it for free, and all the replays will be uploaded. So we are now live on, I just want to share this inside our group as well. So more, no, that's it. I may obviously go here and share it this way. Share in group. And post. Okay, so yeah, let's get going. I want to be able to keep an eye on the Facebook comments as well. So definitely, guys, if you're watching on Facebook, drop a comment below. Let me know that you're on. You need to practice your darts by the looks of things. I actually do, Phil. I'm in my downstairs office basically right now. I have an upstairs office, but the kids are home from school and it's obviously impossible to try and do a live training webinar. So I do spend most of my time upstairs, but I think when I need to come down and write an email or make a video or do something like this, I'm lucky to have this set up as well. And one of the reasons I'm doing this training today, guys, I had originally planned to do a special offer for I Am Newbie for St. Patrick's Day. I've done special offers every St. Patrick's Day for the last 5 or 6 years, and it was always something that I did. What I did due to the circumstances, and I think a lot of people are going to be at home, basically I decided to give it away for free. And kind of like have a routine for people. I think some people, even us, me personally, my routine was always around 1 o'clock, we'd go out for lunch, probably come home around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then maybe 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, I might go out for a quick afternoon drink, and then I'm usually home for the evening. So it's not a massive deal for me personally. You could say I'm isolated usually 22 hours or 21 hours of the day, but for other people they might not be used to it. But I've always had a routine of things to do. Now that routine is obviously being disrupted. I live in Spain, for those who don't know, and starting from 8 a.m. this morning, the whole country is in lockdown. So we're only allowed to leave the house if we want to buy food, if we want to buy medicine, or if we have to go to work. Luckily, work is here, we have enough food, and everyone seems healthy that we don't need any medicine. So it's not the end of the world. We can leave in an emergency, but in general, we're being told to stay inside, not have any friends over, and it's going to be like this for at least another 3 weeks. I believe it could be extended for a month or 2 months or 3 months. And then I suppose I might as well keep talking about this before we get into the training. We're lucky as marketers. That's why I asked at the start. If you're a full-time online marketer now, you're in a better position than everyone else. You should be grateful for that. You have the opportunity to keep producing information, keep offering value, keep growing your business. If let's say if you're stuck at home, your job has been disrupted and you're maybe on this webinar looking to start an online business, well, now you can say you have the time and the opportunity because your day job might not be in the way or whatever. You can block aside to invest in your education and build an online business. What I'm covering, this I Am Newbie, is it's 35 lessons in total. And every day I'm going to be going through each of these modules. Basically today we're going to purchase our domain name, we're going to set up our hosting, we're going to go through the cPanel and everything like that. This training was created 4 or 5 years ago, guys. It is as relevant today because all the things are the exact same process today. You could say on the live training that I'm doing every single day, we'll talk, and just in case some things have changed a little bit, we'll cover them as well. So tomorrow we'll be doing WordPress, Wednesday list building, Thursday social media, and Friday generating traffic. Again, guys, it's 100% free. All the live training webinars are free. The entire course is free. All the bonuses are free. So you can share this, share the links that you see on Facebook, share this live video, and people can actually benefit from this as well. So that's the plan. We're going to get going in 2 seconds. I just want to see, is there any comments on Facebook? It's the first time I've used Facebook for this, so give me some love. King Kevin, cheers Andy, you need to practice. Excellent. Okay, and let's not forget about you guys that are joining me on Zoom. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, cool. Right, let's get going. There's no script for this. Usually when I do training webinars, I've got maybe 20 or 30 slides, and there's an hour-long presentation, and it's easy for me to follow. All this stuff is pretty basic, and I just want to do it kind of live, more natural for you guys. So let's go. Step 1, purchasing your domain and your hosting. Guys, I want to make sure that I'm actually sharing screen, and I don't think I am. Stop video, share screen. I'll share this screen. And I'll just move you over here. Okay, cool. Right, purchasing your domain and your hosting. Right, most people when they come along and you're just starting off online, my biggest recommendation is if you're confused what your domain should be, just buy your name. Like I've kevinfahey.net. If that's your name is taken, you could just add kevinfaheyonline.net, .com, .org, something like that. And that, like my domain that I purchased 12 years ago, we still use that we're doing a free giveaway, or we're setting up a new offer, an affiliate promotion. It's used for absolutely everything. We've noticed the less domains, the better. Basically, if you've got 20 or 30 domains, and you've got one for squeeze pages, one for this offer, one for that offer, it's a lot of work. You're better off just have one or two main domains. Right, the different circumstances would be if you're coming along and you're going to launch a new brand or a new product that you want it to be a successful brand and you want to put more time and effort into it. And that's, you come along and you buy a new domain for that project, such as some of our products like imnewbie.org, imchecklist.org, imviptraining.com. These would be our main domains for our products. So that's the main name. Hosting. I personally use a dedicated server. I pay whatever, maybe $350 a month for a dedicated server. Most people starting off will just need a basic hosting package. Inside the training course, I recommend 2 hosting companies, but basically guys, any of the basic hosted packages that allow you to scale up. So some might allow you to have 10 websites, but make sure that you can upgrade at any time to have 25 websites or more memory or more speed. For those who planning on having more traffic and having a bigger launch and still don't want to get a dedicated server, you can get something called a virtual private server from around $50 per month. And that means that you basically have control over your own server. With shared hosting, you could be on a server with 20 other people, and it just could have limits to that case. So it really depends on your budget and everything like that. We know some people that you just want to get going, start off with something that's $5 a month or $10 a month, or if you want to be more serious, go up to a virtual private server. Right, so in my case, let's go to, there's a bunch of free tools out there to find domains that you're looking for. The one I tend to look at, sometimes I just go straight to where I purchase domains and work from there. But in this case, I'm just going to use Name Mesh. Now, I was thinking, okay, just before I came on, right, I have a project coming up which is related to split testing. So I'm just going to find a domain for that. And the 2 words that come to mind for me were impact and results. Now, chances are I'm not going to be able to buy impact.com or results.com, but we tend to do it with a lot of our domains. We put impact or impact or results. So we'll just put impact here. I think this is a bit, it usually doesn't look like this. It's a little bit slow. Okay, here it is, lovely. So Name Mesh is pretty good. It's got all these, it'll search what is available and what is not available. And you can see here, there's new domains, common. And if I put in, I'll just put in impact here. Impact, and you can see all of these different ideas. So that is not available. Right, so again, guys, you could spend a while playing around with this. I tend to move pretty fast in my business. And here's a little trick for people that purchase a lot of domain names. If you're just starting off, just go over to Namecheap, or that's probably the best one, purchase your domain there, and then you'll be able to change your name servers to point it to your hosting. That's probably might be a little bit tricky for some people at the beginning, but it's something you need to learn and understand. I use resell.biz because it's much cheaper. It's like a wholesale company for buying domains. And I'll explain how quick and how simple it is now. So let me just log in. Okay, as you can see here, we've over $4,200 spent. We've been using this for over 10 years. And it's just it's fast and it's quick and we're in control. So resell.biz is for guys that are going to purchase a lot of domain names. I find it brilliant. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I am impact and I am results. And I'm going to go at .com is obviously the best. A lot of our domains are .org because they're available, and .net not so good, but it can be used. So let me just search and see what is available. So inimpact.org, imresults.org, ionimpact.net, imresults.org. For me, imresults.org seems to be the way to go. I'm just going to search to see what's on .com. I expect nothing exactly. So I'm going to go with imresults.org. Now I'm using this domain name for, you could say, call it a product launch. So the domain name is not really the most important thing because it's all going to come down to how I drive traffic to it, etc. So I'm going to go with, okay, I'm going to go with imresults.org. I'm just going to click add that to my cart, and I'm going to go to hosting at kevinfahey.net. Now you're going to see kind of how quick and simple this is now. I've thought of the domain name, and I've just come along now. I'm just going to add it to my cart, and I'm going to click on place order, cancel the invoice because I don't have to bill a customer for this. It's my own. And the order has been placed. My balance is in place. Everything is good. So the domain is purchased. The next thing I need to do is I just go over to my server. If you have your own server, it will be pretty much the same as this. If you're using shared hosting or VPS, it might be slightly different. You'll just have to keep an eye out for add a new domain. So let me just log into my server. I know with other companies that sometimes when you register a new domain, you could have to wait 2 hours for it to be available. Then you go to your host to set it up. You could have to wait another 2 hours. This is pretty simple. I just go create a new account. I called it, the domain was imresults.org, imresults.org. Okay. And password. I'll obviously change this afterwards. Use the password and email. So for all my domain names, I use the exact same email. So we just know that's the main email for everything, and put it under default. So the only thing I'm doing here is enter my domain name, giving it a username, which I recommend just change that to something different, Z49. So it's basically harder for hackers. Notepad. And I'm just going to open this up so I can save the username and password. So that's the password. And this is the username. Okay, excellent. And click on create account. Basically now you could say the domain is installed on my server, and now I can get into cPanel straight away without any delay. It's usually a little bit quicker, but it will change in a second. I could be my PC, it could be the connection. I'm not actually sure. I'm on an old laptop here. Okay, let me know in the comments, guys, what's happening. Have we got any questions? Juno, welcome. Andy, welcome. Marius, excellent. And let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, basically the domain is being created. You can see username, password, all the details here. So, okay, the first thing I want to do here is I'm just going to log into cPanel, and me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. iamresults.org, iamresults.org, spelling is correct. I've done it once or twice in the past. Generally, 99% of the time, I can get straight into the cPanel here. Let me just go another way. We can just go to list accounts. And IAM results. And I should be able to get into the cPanel this way. Okay, excellent. So we're now inside the cPanel. Right. In general, guys, I come along in the space of an hour. I purchase a domain, I install WordPress, I set up all the email accounts, I could set up a squeeze page, everything like that. I'm not going to be doing that in this video. Today is just about cPanel, email accounts, and everything like that. And tomorrow we'll talk about WordPress. So this to me is extremely intimidating even for me or for anyone that just started online. You just purchase a domain, you're all excited, and then you get inside here and you're like, whoa, what's all these options and what do I do? Thankfully, 99% of the stuff here you do not need to worry about. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't need to know anything about it. I need to know how to do the basics, which is understand the cPanel homepage, which will go through it, set up email accounts, and basically installing a database is no longer needed. Years ago, when you purchased a product or a script, maybe you might have to install a database and create a database. I'm not going to cover that because it'll just confuse people. And then we've got File Manager, which I'll show you how to upload, and PHP admin I'm not going to cover because it's only for advanced things. I'm just going to keep it basic, guys, and all the stuff that you need to know. So, right, we have our cPanel here. The things, right, let's talk about the first thing I normally do when I get inside cPanel is I set up email accounts. So I type in email or just look for email accounts, click on email accounts, and click on create. And I'll put info@iamresults.org. I'll have a password and set this to unlimited. So I'll click on create. The next thing, I generally, well, actually, across the board, every single email address that I create goes to one email account. It's pointless logging into 55 different domains every day to check your email. So anytime I create an email account like that, go back to the home and I type in forwarders. I don't know why they put it here, but basically you have to go back out here, go to forwarders, and I would like to forward, click add forwarder, address to forward, info@iamresults.org to our main email address. So anytime I want to reset password or anything like that, everything is going to go to our main primary email address. So set up as many email accounts as you want. If you need to forward them to your primary email address, that is exactly how it's done. So that is email accounts. Next is the file manager. Now, a lot of people might have heard of FileZilla or Core FTP. It's how I used to upload my files years ago. Now I just find it so much easier and quicker to log into cPanel, click on File Manager, and you've got an upload folder here. You click this upload and you can upload as many files as you want. You can upload a zip file and you can extract it. So I just find it much, much quicker. Right, let's just look at the golden most important rule here, and where a new marketer might make the mistake, the same mistake I made. All your files, all your folders that you create, etc., must always go inside public_HTML. So we open up this, we can see it's a brand new site, it's empty, but if I wanted to create a folder here to upload, say, downloadable files or PDFs or anything like that, I could just add a folder, call it PDFs, click create folder, This folder is empty. Let me just upload a file to give you an example. Upload. Select a file. Let me look at, let me see if I got any PDFs lying around. Okay, so I'll call this FB ads. Right, so I've uploaded that file. Let me just go back, sorry. So in theory, this should work if the website has registered. iamresults.org PDFs / and it was called fbads.pdf. No, for some reason the website hasn't registered yet. Don't ask me why it happened, but I'm sure in the next hour it will come on. But right, that is exactly how it works, guys. Create your folders, upload anything you want to this folder through the file manager. Not complicated. Generally, you'll only have to do that if you're going to be offering files that you want to download or big files. Again, you can, if you want, just upload them inside your WordPress blog, which we'll cover that tomorrow. Right, let's go back to the cPanel. File manager, important for that case. Images, directory privacy, backup wizard, FTP accounts, all irrelevant. Databases, 99% of the time you will not have to touch anything. Domains, I don't use add-on domains. I don't use subdomains. I think it's a very, very bad habit. I see a lot of people using them in their business, of marketers of all levels, businesses of all levels. I researched into it security-wise, everything-wise. I just don't use it. And so I don't even know anything about it. You don't need to know anything about it. Email, we covered the emails. Create your account, forward it on to whatever address you want. That's dealt with. Metrics, irrelevant. We don't use any of that. Security, we don't use any of that. Software, we don't use any of that. Advanced, we definitely don't use any of that. Preferences, we don't use any of that other than change the password after this. And then the only other thing you would normally have to do here is WordPress. When you want to install WordPress, click on this, create a directory, and install WordPress. We'll be covering all that tomorrow with the plugins and the scripts and everything like that. I don't want to spoil it. So, right, inside I Am Newbie, guys, it's the step-by-step videos with PowerPoint presentations and live demonstrations of everything that I went through on this video. So that's really, I want to answer any questions you guys have. I don't think the live feed continued, but I'll learn from that tomorrow. So let's just see, is there any questions? Any questions, guys? Please type them into the questions box. And I will answer them as well. As you can see, for those who are might be watching on Facebook, I think it's cut. It's definitely better to be watching live on Zoom with us. So let's do. Steph, hi Kevin, I've been online for some time, but using page builders like ClickFunnels. I'm thinking I want to go with WordPress and move everything. Would you recommend it? Oh, that's a very, very good question. Right. For my sales pages, I have used OptimizePress and Thrive Themes, which are very, very similar to ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels, you said ClickFunnels, etc. ClickFunnels, I think, is a very, very expensive product. That's just my input on that. I've invested maybe $250 in Thrive Themes every year because most of my sales pages are built on it. I can also use Thrive Themes for my blogs because they've got some really, really nice themes as well. WordPress, you're still, Steph, even if you install WordPress, you will still need, for example, a professional page builder to go with it. For example, now we use Converti for some of our sales pages, and we just export the HTML file. So we don't even need WordPress. But when we do, all our training is under a secure membership level inside our WordPress. So WordPress is used for half of the stuff, and then our main sales pages is using our preferred page builder. So in general, you're using both. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions, folks? Right, that's what I meant, using a page builder through WordPress instead of ClickFunnels. For me personally, yes, because I think ClickFunnels is too expensive. Now, some people would say, Kevin, you're mad, you're missing out on all the features. Some people prefer Partner. I think they're paying $500 a month for everything that sense. So there's so many different ones out there, and they all do the same thing. They all do the exact same thing, in my opinion. And they all have their own different learning curve. Like Converti is completely different in Optimized Press. Optimized Press is completely different in Thrive, and ClickFunnels is completely different again. Okay, guys, that's pretty much a wrap for today. I don't want to waste any of your time. I appreciate those who showed up. I appreciate those in the live feed on Facebook. It seems like it did get cut. I'll try and learn from that. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be looking into WordPress and everything else like that. Feel free to share this video, get people to take advantage of this course while it's free, and basically help more people. So that's a wrap, guys. Have an awesome day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you up tomorrow.